Well, this definitely did not turn out how I thought it was going to today. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. I got your back with some critical information today so you don't waste your time and resources. So let's jump right in. Let's start out with the raid digest because that's how this all started for me. We have information from Polarium here. This is just a, screenshot of their official Discord where they're saying the taunt buff is working as anticipated. They're just saying that yes, if you have taunt up, your champions can't get eaten. Okay? And that is definitely true. It definitely works like that. The problem is, it is extremely difficult to make that happen. So let's jump into why that is, and then you guys can help me maybe come up with a team or a strategy. I got lots of information to share with you today, so let's jump over into Hydra and see what I was working on so that you don't waste your time, all right? So, the biggest thing is that your taunt debuff cannot, taunt buff. Your taunt buff cannot be extended. Okay? So, what that means is you have to lower the cooldowns in order to keep it active. Okay? However, most of the taunt champions only have a taunt duration of 1 turn. Like my dude Dudan, who I was going to be the focus of today's video, his taunt buff is only for 1 turn, whereas MX is for 2 turns. So let's go take a look at the other taunt champions to see who has what buff durations, and then we will move forward with this conversation. Alright, so I think that these are all of the taunt champions currently available, and all of them have 2 turn durations except for the best one, which is Dudan. Dudan only has a 1 turn duration, as you can see here. The new guy, Ambassador Lethlin, he can place the taunt on somebody else. So that's cool. It's on a 4-turn cooldown though, but it is for 2 turns. Obviously Emic is 2 turns. We have our dude over here, also on a 4-turn cooldown, Green Warden Ruark. He can place the taunt for 2 turns. And that's it, right? That's our only options for taunt. I mean, unless there's somebody that I don't have, let me know. Maybe I should go check on that real quick. No, that's the only 4 as of the time of this recording. Okay, so you cannot use an increased buff duration champion in order to extend the duration of the buffs. I was like, okay, we can just use sweet skills like this to increase the duration and keep the taunt up the whole fight. No, that will not work, okay? Also, if you're gonna try to lower the cooldowns, that is very difficult to fit in a Hydra team. So I think the only way to do it is what Tyraku did. Let me get a picture of that team on screen here. Okay, funny story. It's exactly the same team. The only difference is that in my team, what is the difference? He has Brogni, and who do I have in the Brogni spot? Lydia. I have Lydia, he has Brogni. That's the only difference. All the other champions are the same. He's even using Shamail to boost Artak. Wow, that's pretty crazy that we came up with the same thought process. And I feel like that's unavoidable because you have to lower the cooldowns, okay? I was really trying to do some amazing teams in here. I just clicking the wrong buttons. So like, we were gonna do this with Nia to lower the cooldowns on Dudan, but then who lowers the cooldowns on Nia? You just can't keep that taunt up the whole time. We were going to increase the duration of the taunt, right? With buff duration increased champions. It just won't work, okay? So, what is most important is that taunt is broken. However, if you want to keep the taunt up the whole fight, it's very difficult to fit all of that into one team because you need champions who are going to lower the cooldowns. And then even if you lower the cooldowns, then you're taking up so many spots in your team from lowering the cooldowns and putting up taunt that you're not going to be able to get good enough damage. Now, with that being said, this team or Brogni in place of Lydia, I think are great strategies. If you are not one keying some of these difficulties on Hydra, this could be a strategy for you. I really believe that to be true. Now, you have to be careful that your buffs don't get stolen, especially with Emic in the team. The heads can be unkillable. And that is actually the thing of nightmares, okay? When the Hydra heads are actually unkillable, it is terrifying. So, the buff duration on Taunt cannot be extended. Some of you knew that, some of you didn't, okay? I think that most people didn't know that, which is the main reason why I want to make this. If you want a full breakdown on this team, you should go watch Tyraku's video because he has all of the speeds and the important information there. And we happened to come to the same conclusion, which is basically if you want to use the taunt buff, then what you need to do is lower the cooldowns. So I don't think this is a really viable strategy outside of the one main team here. Please tell me that I'm wrong. I mean, Tyraku and I are just individual dudes. You guys in the community have much more wisdom combined than we do. So if you can come up with a way to increase the taunt duration, basically keep the taunt buff up the whole fight, that would be great. I would love to know it. I would love to make a video. Okay? I might still make a video on some of these other strategies because this team was freaking awesome. So I might record a video on that. It's super cool. And then I could take Nia out if I wanted to and put somebody else in for damage or survivability or what. I'm pretty excited to run my teams for this week. I've been getting insane mileage out of Draco and Turvold. I was going to try Dudan in that team as well. I think Lanicus is probably a better option for me, but that's who I ran last week. So, I don't need to drag the video out. The important information is about Taunt, how it works for you, and what you can do to use that on your Hydra teams. Let me know if this was helpful. If so, make sure you hit that like button. I'll see you guys in another video. Definitely did not turn out how I thought it was going. Have a great one.